You know, we have around 209 currencies in the world. And as of today, around 24 are non deliverable currencies. Now, non deliverable currencies are those currencies which are traded outside that country. Now, you will say that GBP is also traded outside the country, so it is also non deliverable. No, they are global and free float currencies, they can trade anywhere. And one of the most important things we must learn when it comes to non deliverable currency is the reference rate. Reference rate is the rate which is fixed by that central bank on a daily basis, depends upon their schedule, whatever. And that reference rate is used to settle all the trades which are booked outside that country in that currency. This is reference rate. Now, what happened? Most of the time, when companies are big, they have a multi currency exposure, which is not matching with the local currency of that country, which means the fair valuation or revaluation is bound to happen. And like I told you in my long videos, that when it comes to fair valuation or revaluation, it is going to be hitting the profit after tax. And when it is going to be hitting the profit after tax, it really means it is going to hitting your bottom line. Now there are two options. The most common option is I go and take a non-deliverable forward contract, preferably in Singapore, New York, Luxembourg, Frankfurt, because they are the global financial centers. I sign the ISDA agreement with so and so bank. If required, I will place the collateral and then I will trade. Generally, the trade cycle is T+1, generally. But there is no guarantee that it is always T+1. And then I do the accounting of that in my books, which would hit the PAT, also known as the bottom line. This is one. Another is when I take the reference rate in my own country. So rather than going offshore, which is Singapore, New York, Luxembourg, Frankfurt, and all these countries, I'll take onshore. And I book a contract, and at a reference rate, I squared it and take a fresh contract. And gain loss, I will take in my books. The benefit of that is the impact in cash and cash equivalent, which would be in the local currency.